What is going on, YouTube family and Commanders family, man? Thank you for tuning into the video. I got some things to talk about today, man. Obviously, most of you guys probably know about the Terry McLaurin injury, his quad injury, his soft tissue injury, whatever it is. Most of you guys probably know about that, but I didn't just want to make a video about that sad stuff. I also wanted to lift us up a little bit and talk about some good news about how well Trey Amos is playing. So if you are tuning into this video live or if you are tuning in after live as a playback feature, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and turn on that notification bell so that you will get notified every time I release a video just like this. So let's get straight into it, man. Again, I know that you guys have already, probably seen everything and heard about the Terry McLaurin injury. Now, this is reported by Adam Schefter. Washington wide receiver Terry McLaurin is uncertain to play Sunday versus Atlanta due to his quad injury, per source. He still is seeking more information about the injury. So this is a little bit concerning to me. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm a little bit concerned. Let me go back to that view. I'm a little bit concerned. And there's a few things that I want to talk about why I'm concerned. The first reason I'm concerned, it scares me a little bit because he's off to a slow start this season. And I know what y'all gonna say. Well, Terry always gets off to a slow start every season. But not only is he off to a slow start, he also missed all of training camp. He missed the entirety of training camp, coupled with him being off to a slow start. And now he has a soft tissue injury past the age of 30. This is worrisome for me. I'm a little bit concerned. As a Commanders fan, I'm a little bit concerned. He also hasn't been playing the best that we know Terry can play, but I'm a little bit concerned. That's the number one reason why. And, coming into the season, a lot of us, we didn't know if he was going to get his money or not. A lot of us thought he was asking for too much money. I was one of the people who thought he would eventually get paid because I just couldn't see us playing without him. But him missing that time could potentially come back and bite us in the ass. Now, Adam Schefter does still say, he says he's seeking more information about the injury, right? And shout out to Juan Gotti, because I was listening to his stream earlier today while I was at work. He was talking about typically if you seeking more information about the injury, right? That means you didn't like what the first doctor said or whoever the first group of doctors said about the injury. That's what that means. So you're seeking more information from different doctors. That is also worrisome to me. That means the first doctor or the first group of doctors or the team doctors came in and told Terry McLaurin, hey, this is what it is. And Terry McLaurin was like, let me continue to search around, make sure, yada, yada, yada. Now, they could have said he's good to go for Sunday, but he could also keep, they could have came in and said, hey, you have a, quad injury, but we think you should be able to play the Sunday. He might be doing his due diligence and going to check a different doctor before he suits up Sunday, just to make sure it's nothing serious. So it could go either way. But the fact that it's a soft tissue, he's 30 years old, missed all of training camp, and he's off to a slow start, that is a little bit concerning to me. I'm a little bit concerned as our best offensive weapon. Now, granted, we got some guys that stepped up, like Bill, the rookie Bill. Debo's been playing really well. But granted, when Terry McLaurin is at his best, he is our best offensive weapon. For sure. For sure, he's the best offensive weapon that we have. Also, another reason why I'm concerned, not only is our wide receiver 1 out, we also are without Noah Brown, who's our wide receiver 3. Debo's our wide receiver 2, but we don't use Debo in a traditional wide receiver role. We use him as a gadget guy, end arounds, hand the ball off to him in the backfield. He's not necessarily a deep threat, So that's worrisome. We don't have a deep threat on the roster if Terry McLaurin cannot go, and coupled with Noah Brown not being able to go. We don't have a deep threat. That makes it a lot easier on the defense to key in on what we have. They're gonna just key in and stop the run game. So now we're left with rookie Jalen Lane. He has to step up. Luke McCaffrey, who Jalen Lane, I think he has been playing well on special teams, but he did drop a pass this past Sunday, which is a little bit concerning as well. But also Luke McCaffrey, we have to rely on Luke McCaffrey. So we have to rely on these young guys. And Luke McCaffrey did finally, let's give an applause for Luke McCaffrey, because all last season, I kept asking myself, is this going to be the week for Luke McCaffrey? And the only reason why I was asking myself last season if Luke McCaffrey was going to score was because he was open every week. Every week he got open, bro, multiple times. He just didn't get the ball. All right. So with Terry being out and with Terry potentially being out and Noah Brown being out, we have to now definitely rely on these young guys to get open, which they haven't really proven that they can do on a consistent basis. And now you can expect, defenses to be keening in on Deebo Samuel specifically going forward. If Terry McLaurin can't go, and now I don't know. It's in question. He's seeking other information again. Adam Schefter said he's seeking more information about the injury. So we kind of just got to wait and see. At this point, we got to wait and see about Jaden Daniels if he's going to play this Sunday. I think we can beat the Falcons. The Falcons' defensive front looked really good against the Vikings, but they looked, as an offense, looked bad. As a team, just looked bad against the Panthers. So I still think that we can beat the Atlanta Falcons without Jaden, but you got Jaden potentially out. You got Terry McLaurin potentially out. You got Noah Brown probably out. John Bates probably out. Now, we got to wait on these because Dan Quinn said yesterday, he said he'll have more information on Wednesday about these guys' injuries. So we kind of just got to wait and see. But if all those guys who play offense can't go, this is concerning. And Terry McLaurin is one of the more concerning ones because it's a soft tissue issue. These things just don't magically go away. You kind of got to nurse these things even after you're good to go. You got to keep an eye on it because you could re-injure him. We seen it last year with Mike Evans. He kind of re-injured his hamstring. He ultimately came back and played in the playoffs, but he's also a plus 30 guy. Like these soft injury, Marshawn Lattimore, other side of 30. I know he plays a different position, but when you get in these soft tissue issues and you get past that 30, that older, football player age, you kind of gotta. It starts to be concerning at that point because these injuries these are the kind of the worst injuries to have because they don't heal. It's different for everyone. You got to nurse it. You got to continually watch after it. Continue to hit the training table, get stretched out, heating pad, cold, ice, whatever you got to do. And you can also re-injure it. So that's why I'm concerned. So the fact that he's off to a slow start and he missed all the training camp is the first reason why I'm concerned. The second reason why I'm concerned is our wide receiver depth. Not only is Terry McLaurin potentially out, but also Noah Brown is potentially out, right? And then third, we talked about it's a soft tissue issue for 30-plus-year-old wide receiver. I gave two examples. Marshawn Lattimore, 30-plus. Mike Evans, 30-plus. Like these guys miss multiple games with these soft tissue issues, and they kind of come back, and they're not all the way 100%. We see it all the time. So this is why I'm concerned. And then also another reason that I'm concerned is it's going to hurt our offense. Without Terry McLaurin, what deep threat do we have? Jalen Lane, I guess you could say, but he's a rookie. He played 3 weeks, and I still feel like he's not ready for the offensive load yet. He's still wet behind the ears. He's still got to continue to grow. And also, last but not least, we're going to be potentially missing his leadership. We're going to potentially be missing his leadership. So I don't know about y'all, man. We could be all disappointed about Terry McLaurin to start to his season. He hasn't been playing, but the way that we know he could play. But we know when Terry McLaurin get hot, you know what time it is, man. Y'all know exactly what time it is when Terry get hot. I hope this isn't anything serious, but I am concerned until Dan Quinn comes out and tell me you don't got to be concerned no more. That's how I feel about it, man. I'm concerned. Enough about Terry, man. Enough about the sad news. Before I get up out of here, I also want to talk to y'all about Trey Amos and how good Trey Amos has been playing. So Trey Amos, we got him in the second round. I think he was the 61st pick overall. Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, they spoke about it. They said they would have took him in the first round if Josh Connolly pretty much wasn't there, right? The first round. So he's been playing lights out. Already 3 weeks into the season, he is our cornerback number one. And I just want to compare y'all because I think when it's all said and done, he'll probably, this is my opinion. Obviously, I'm a fan, so I'm a fan of the Commanders. It's going to be a little bit biased, but I truly believe this. I truly believe when it's all said and done, he'll be the best cornerback out of this draft class. Just look at this. These are PFF grades, by the way. His overall grade for PFF is a 66.3. His overall grade for PFF is a 66.3, and he has played a total of 136 snaps. Total of 136 snaps. PFF grade of 66.3. I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the stream too. So I'm gonna go to Will Johnson next. I'm gonna also bring up Will Johnson for y'all as well, because I want you to see this. Will Johnson is at a 77.9 PFF grade, which is 10th amongst all cornerbacks in the league, right? This is the only cornerback that I think can really compare to Trey Amos, in my opinion. This is the only quarterback. The only one. And he's played 107 snaps. So he hasn't played as many snaps as Trey Amos, but he has 11 points higher than Trey Amos in the PFF scale. I'm going to say it off the back. Trey Amos has the most snaps by far, other than Will Johnson. Will Johnson and Trey Amos as rookie cornerbacks are so far above and beyond all the other rookie cornerbacks in this draft class so far this season. We also got Jahdae Barron, who has a PFF grade of a 57.4, which is 92nd out of 158 cornerbacks. And he's only played 53 snap counts. Not sure if he's injured. Don't really know. Don't really keep up with the Broncos like that, but he's played 53 snap counts. That's more than half, less than half of what Trey Amos has played with a lower PFF grade. Darian Porter, he has a 77 PFF grade, but he's only played 16 snaps this season. Again, not sure if he got injured. Don't know. I don't think we saw him out there this past Sunday either. But he's played 16 snaps. Azariah Thomas played another good solid grade, 76.4 out of all cornerbacks, but he's played 15 snaps. Benjamin Morrison, 51 overall grade, played 31 snaps. Like, these are the top cornerbacks that were drafted in the 2025 draft class. And then we got Trey Amos with a 66.3, 130 snap counts. So when we talk about, and he should have had that pick. I know y'all saw that pick this past Sunday. Will Harris just had to get into the mix, but I understand both sides of the view as to why Will Harris tried to pick that ball off as well. But when we talk about snap counts, Trey Amos is asked to do something totally different than any other rookie cornerback is asked to do this season, other than Will Johnson. Will Johnson and Trey Harris are asked to be cornerback ones. And we got this guy in the second round. So I think he has a really good chance to be really, really good in this league, a really good chance to be a Pro Bowl type player. Just want to talk about some more stats that I looked up about Trey Amos. So in week 1 versus the Giants, he was targeted a total of 4 times, 42 coverage snaps, right? He gave up 3 receptions on 27 yards. And I remember that one play against Wan'Dale Robinson. I think it was a gain of 10 to 12 yards. He played almost perfect defense. It was just a great catch and a great pass by Russell Wilson. Squeezed it in there. But he played really, really well. Week 2 against the Packers, he only allowed 1 reception for 14 yards. Now that gets swept under the rug because we played like ass as a team, but he only allowed 1 catch on 4 targets. 4 targets. Moving on to week 3 against the Raiders, he was only targeted once. He was targeted once the whole game and allowed 0 receptions. And he logged 1 pass breakup. Like, what are we doing here? Bro is a beast, man. So I just want to give Trey Amos his flowers because I feel like when coming into the season, I thought that he can already be like this type player for us. And we're starting to see it. We're starting to see it come into fruition. He's only going to get better. Still got to learn how to tackle a little bit better. You know, don't go as high on these big on these quarterbacks and these running backs, but you know, do what you can. But when it comes to coverage, he's going to be just fine, man. And I know we got Marshawn Lattimore on the other side. He's a week-to-week cornerback. He had a pretty solid week this week against the Raiders. We'll see how he looks against the Falcons. I think he's going to play really well against the Falcons, but we got to see when we match up against the AJ Browns and the CD Lambs and those type of wide receivers how Marshawn Lattimore really looks, because it's wishy-washy with him at this point of his career. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Please comment down below about the Terry McLaurin situation. Are you concerned? Hopefully it's going to get swept under the rug. Hopefully Dan Quinn comes out tomorrow and pretty much says, you know, Terry McLaurin is full go. He's good to go this Sunday. And, you know, hopefully, you know, Jaden Daniels is also good to go. If he's not, I have the utmost confidence in Marcus Mariota to go out and beat. I kind of want him to play. Take him on a revenge tour, man. He beat his former team, the Raiders. Let's have him play his former team, Falcons, man. And have him get that dub as well. Why not? And then have Jaden Daniels come back and get the Chargers. That's how I look at it. But again, man, thank you for everybody who tuned into the video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know, man. Are y'all concerned about the Terry McLaurin injury at all? And how high are you guys on Trey Amos? Because I'm very high on Trey Amos. I think he's going to get way, way better than what we are looking at now. Dude is a stout cornerback. A stout cornerback. He's going to get a pick at some point this season. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. But appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Peace out.